Now in this video we will see the network topologies. Fine. Topology is the term. There are two very common terms which are used with network. One is called topology, another is called protocol. Topology is basically how you build up a network, and protocol is how basically the data will move into that network, how data transmission will take place. The method of data transmission or the rules which are to be followed in transmission of data, that is called protocol. Fine. So we are talking about topologies. Topologies means what is the mechanism that will be followed to build up the network. Okay. Now there are different topologies. I think this topic also you have learned in those of you who have done FIT. You have done it very well. Okay. What happens here basically in star topology? What happens? If the networking after building it looks like a star. That is, there is a central server and the clients 1, clients 2, clients 3, they are basically connected with different cables. So look at this here, what happens? Every connection involves the central server. If we call he is a central server, so every connection involves him. So that means for every connection you need to make use of a different cable. That is what is the property of a star network. So you just have to roughly know what is a star network, how it looks like, and try to memorize two of its advantages and two disadvantages for every category of different topologies, star topology, ring topology, because that is how the question comes in CBSE. Just roughly know what it is like, and two advantages, two disadvantages. If you can remember this, I think more than enough. No need to know more than this. So in a star topology, what happens? There is a central server dependency, and every client has to be connected by different cable. So what is the advantage of this? The advantage is obviously you can make out. Actually, if we make a comparison with the ring topology, then we will understand it better. Here, what happens if any client malfunctions? If system 1, like the client 1, client 2, one of the system gets damaged, it doesn't affect the performance of the other part of the network. If one system is not working, you isolate that system, disconnect the system, that will not work, that's it. But the other systems will be unaffected, their function will be unaffected. That is one of the advantages of star network. Another advantage is, since every connection is involving the central server, when I am talking about the connection between C1 and this connection, central server is there. Always central server is a common factor. So here what happens, if any fault happens in the network, that fault can be very easily found out. That is the property of star network. So disadvantage is the advantage is we can find out the faults very easily, and if one of the system is not working, it will not affect the functioning of the entire network. That is the advantage. And disadvantage means if you connect every system with a different cable, depending on their positions, it can be very long, it can be very short. So altogether in this networking, a lot of cable is required. Okay, because of the long cable length, this particular networking setup of this networking might be expensive. That is one. And second one, you can easily make out in this network everything is dependent on central server. Though in a client server system, if the server is dead, then the entire network is gone. There is no doubt about it. And star network also cannot be an exception to that. If the central server is not functioning, then that will affect the performance of the entire network. In fact, the entire network will be down. So we can say the point here is the dependency of the central server. Okay, the dependency on the central server makes very a difficult situation when the central server is not working. And in case of ring network, what happens? They are connected to each other as if to form a ring like this, right? They are just connected like this. So you can easily make out here the advantage. The advantage is very short cable length is required. When a system is just the neighbor of another system, okay, usually ring network is not formed when a big cable length is required to connect two systems. It's not done usually. So basically what happens, the cable length in this case will be very less. So it will be a cheap kind of a network. That is one of the advantages. And second advantage is in this ring network, the data always flow in one direction, right? Data will always flow in a particular direction, right? So that makes the data transmission pretty easy, number one. And number two, if you add one, if you break the cable, if you bring in another system, if you add some system, it doesn't make much of a change in the transmission speed or the bandwidth that is available. Okay, so expansion is pretty easy. If you put another system, it will not make much of a difference into the bandwidth. And the data transmission is unidirectional and very simple. That is the advantage of ring networking. But what is the disadvantage of ring networking? The biggest disadvantage of ring networking is, you can easily make out from the figure, that if one of the node is not working, this particular node is not working, what will happen? The entire network will be affected. The entire network will be down. So basically, if one network is not working, the entire network will be affected. That is point number one. And the second point is, in this networking system, it is very difficult to judge where is the point of fault. When a fault occurs, it's not very easy to find the fault. That means troubleshooting is little difficult in the case of networking, which was not the case in Star. Because in Star, always the central server was one and another person was changing. So here the fault finding was far easier, right? So we understood ring and star. In our next video I'm purposely making short videos, otherwise uploading is becoming a problem for me. In the next one again I will discuss the other two, that is bus and tree topology. These two also you have to do.